Zach Life Beat Depression. It's day 841, and we're back to have some fun with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you guys and girls out there. As you know, it's a martial arts for mental health show. We like to focus in on those mental health tools first and foremost. The first one, that powerful tool of gratitude. The more we use it, the more powerful it can become in our lives, helping us find those silver linings, especially if you're going through difficult times. And as you go through the daily challenges, it's normal. It's human nature for us to focus on the negative. It's human nature for us to kind of be anxious about our environment. It's part of our survival instinct. So if we practice this tool of gratitude, we can actually train ourselves because we no longer need to be worried and anxious about our environment. You know, we're not living in the jungle, under constant threat of attack from animals or, warring nations. So if you're in a place of relative peace and safety, you don't have to be on high alert and anxious all the time. But that is kind of in our DNA at this point, like I said, as a survival instinct. So what we can do to get more control over that and kind of change the narrative in our brain and shift it over from focusing on that negative all the time is use this powerful mental health tool of gratitude. And studies have shown that even asking yourself the question, what am I grateful for? Even if you can't find the answer, simply asking the question can have a positive effect, help and make it easier to find those silver linings in life in general. The more you practice it with consistency, right? All things with consistency. So today my gratitude is going to go out to the first one's in Spoonie Moore Fatai. Thank you for being here. Mad with Hats, thank you so much for being here. Said bong bong, bong bong, right back at you, brother. And also to everybody else who's tuning in later, who's tuning in now, and also to everyone who's been supporting the cause. Thank you guys and girls so much for all of your support. It really does mean a lot to me. This is my daily self-care tool. This is my daily survival tool. So when you're here sharing it with me, it does feel like life support. It does feel like the support system we're building for each other is life support, since this is what keeps me alive. So I want to thank everybody who's a part of that support system. Shout out as well to Don Costello. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, bro. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well back there on the East Coast. Maybe when I get back, we can link up. You want to hit that bag on the Beat Depression bus? You're more than welcome anytime. But back on track. Gratitude tool. Going out to all of you guys and girls out there. Go ahead and think about your piece of gratitude for the day. That'll help put you in that positive mindset as we move into the lesson. Second mental health tool we talk about every single day, just as important as the gratitude tool, is your daily progress tracking tool. Keeping track of the number of days that you show up for yourself and make progress, right? And that progress, that is dependent on you. That's based on what you can do when you show up for yourself. So the main thing is you want to give yourself a challenge. You want to give yourself a daily accomplishable goal. Make sure that it's accomplishable, not something that's going to overwork you or overstress you. It doesn't have to be this big giant task. It can be a small task. That's why this class is focused around 10 minutes of cardio exercise, because it seems a relatively accomplishable goal. But even if you're only doing 1 minute of exercise per day, that can be your daily accomplishable task. When I started, it was 5 to 10 minutes of heavy bag time. And I did it with consistency every day, and now it's been 841 days since I had a single thought of suicidal ideation, 841 days since I've been debilitated. So that just goes to show you the power of keeping track of your progress. This number is not just the number of days that you exercise. It's not just the number of days you accomplish your task. It's also the proof that you are stronger than the debilitating effects of depression or anxiety, right? Because every day that you put on that log is a day you got up and fought forwards, no matter what your brain or body was telling you, no matter what temporary experiences or feelings you were going through. We can show up and make progress for ourselves. So please do use that progress tracking tool. If you're making progress out there, share it with others. It's a great way to inspire others and kind of be that change that we want to see in the world. So it's been 841 days for me. Let me know how many days it's been for you. And thank you guys and girls for sharing. That is our second mental health tool. Now we're going to get into today's lesson. It's not a high intensity day today. It is officially Sunday. So we're going to do an active recovery session today. Low intensity, 3 rounds. Each round's going to be 5 minutes. The first one's going to focus in on a calming breath work tool known as diaphragmatic breathing. We're going to link that with movement so that we can train our martial arts at the same time as giving ourselves that day of rest and relaxation. Then we're going to move into an activated breathwork tool known as the yogic breath of fire, which will pump that stress hormone cortisol. But the more we train with that stress hormone, the more we train our brain to handle it in a positive way, so that when you're out in the world and the stress happens, because it's going to happen, right? Every day brings new challenges. When you're in a stressful situation in the world and your body pumps that stress hormone, your brain will be accustomed to training with it in a positive way, in a way that builds you up. And instead of going into panic and fight or flight, it will stay calm and cool because it's used to. You can train yourself to get used to that stress hormone, process it in a healthy way, helping you stay clear, calm, and focused as you move forwards through life. For some people, that tool alone has helped them overcome panic attacks. So something to look forward to if you are someone dealing with those things out there. Also, shout out to Mira Waite. Appreciate you, Mira. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to Slayer Ken for sharing his days at 449 days of consecutive progress, crushing it. Thank you so much for sharing as well. All right, so we talked about it. We talked about the first 2 rounds. Third round, we're going to be in a brief meditation, very basic meditation practice that will show you how to take control over your automatic nervous system, even if you're going through a higher intensity situation, like the physical experience we will have when we use that activated breathwork tool. So take note of how you're feeling right now. Take note of where your thoughts are, how your body is feeling, where your heart rate is, where's your stress level, and see if you can notice how it changes as we move through the lesson. Like I said, we're going to start with that diaphragmatic breathing tool. We'll link it in with movement, link it in with martial arts. We'll hit that activated breathwork tool, link that in with martial arts as well, and then that brief meditation at the end just to cap everything off and give you a whole bunch of different options. Remember, find those things that work well for you, put them into a super effective routine, and keep fighting forwards. Shout out as well to Tu Sabor Cafe. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you out there. All right, let's get right into it. We'll have some common music coming through the boombox. If you want to check that out for free, it is on Spotify at saclifeofficial.com as the artist. So check that out if you like it. It's encoded with binaural beats to help you relax, and they work really well through headphones. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. All right, let's do it. Let's pop into stance. But before we get into that, let's cover that breathwork tool very briefly. One hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly with air, keeping the chest flat. That's a very important part. And then we're going to long and slow exhale out the mouth as we let the belly fall. And we want that exhale to be twice as long as the inhale. Now, there's lots of ways to make this more effective, and we'll work on those on other days. But for now, let's just focus on deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold it for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Letting the belly fall, making sure that chest stays flat the whole time. Now we're going to link this inhale and exhale. That is the diaphragmatic breathwork tool. We're going to link that in with movement to make it super effective at stress relief and continue to train our martial arts. We'll start basic so everyone can follow along, and we'll get a little advanced as we move through this first session. Let's do it. Pop in. Come on. Come on, glove. Go ahead and pop into your Muay Thai stance as I start this timer with my frozen bare hand. Pop into your Muay Thai stance, and on that deep inhale to the belly, we're going to assume our defensive position. On that long, slow exhale forwards, we're going to exhale into our first 2 striking patterns. So take that deep breath into the belly, assuming defensive stance. Guard is high by the brow line. Long and slow exhale forwards. Into jab and cross. Nice and slow, focusing on balance and form. Turning those fists over for those strikes. We're landing on the large 2 knuckles. Make sure you're visualizing the opponent there in front of you and visualizing making contact with those large 2 knuckles. Keeping the wrist straight, thumb tucked out of the way, and then deep breath back through the nose to the balanced neutral stance. Guard high by the brow line, long and slow exhale forward. Twisting through the shoulders. Make sure you're not just sending your arms forwards, you're rotating and twisting through those shoulders. Really exaggerate the movement. This will help train that muscle memory. It'll come into play when you're working on that bag to get that somatic release. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. And notice how I'm linking that movement. When I'm holding my breath, I'm here in my neutral stance. Long exhale into striking pattern. Exhale through both strikes. Finishing that exhale in striking position. Remember, exaggerate the shoulder movement. Really twist through it. Train that muscle memory and stay balanced the whole time. Focus form. Focus on offense, defense, proper striking technique. Deep inhale back. And let's return to the power of that breath. Make sure we're keeping it low intensity. One hand over chest, one hand over belly. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. to it for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Letting the belly fall. We're going to put a little resistance in the lips that will further exercise that diaphragmatic breathing muscle and add to the calming effect of this breath work tool. One more time, deep breath into the belly. Nice and slow, keeping the chest flat. Long exhale out the mouth. Remember, this is active recovery, so we don't want to let that intensity get out of control. All right, back into stance. Take that deep breath in as you assume your defensive position. Guard high by the brow line. Long and slow exhale to jab cross. Nice and easy, flowing through the motions into form, following that breath as your guide. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale through jab and cross. Remember, resistance in the lips, guard can be high or low depending on Muay Thai or boxing stance, different guard options there. Fully exhale in striking pattern, deep inhale back. Hold that guard, hold that breath, long exhale forwards through jab cross. 2 strikes. 1 exhale, long and slow. Deep inhale back to defensive position and long exhale forwards to jab and cross. Deep inhale back. Long exhale forward. Nice and slow, keep that intensity low. And deep inhale back, return to neutral stance. Now I want you to use any striking pattern you'd like if you're already familiar as a martial artist. Link that strike with that exhale. Nice and slow, keep it calm and steady. Keep that intensity low. Take that deep breath into defensive stance. Guard high, long and slow exhale through your striking pattern. Fully exhaling there into that striking pattern. Keep it limited to 2 or 3 strikes total so we can keep that intensity low. Deep inhale back. Guard high, chin tuck, proper stance. Long exhale forwards into double strikes. Nice and slow flow. Nice and easy through those striking patterns. If you're new, you can stick to the jab and cross. Keep it basic, keep it easy. Deep inhale back. Hold that guard by the brow line. Long and slow exhale forward. Jab and cross. Shout out to my buddy Luca out there, Luca and Claire. Thanks for tuning in. Deep inhale back. Holding that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale forwards. You can use a single strike. Just taking it nice and slow, nice and easy. Staying balanced. Stay in the balanced stance all the way through. Fully exhale and deep inhale back. Holding the breath in the belly. Long exhale forward. Fully exhale there in striking position. Deep inhale back. And long exhale forwards one more time. Nice and slow flowing through those striking patterns. And that's the end of our flow-based diaphragm breathing session. I want you to check in with yourself right now and see how you're feeling now after doing that exercise. And just in case you got carried away with the striking patterns and energy associated, let's tune into just that breathwork tool and make sure we're calming that nervous system. One hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Remember, keep that chest flat, deep breath in to the belly. Hold on to it for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Now I want you to check in on you and see if you notice a difference now. Do you notice a lower heart rate? Maybe a sense of calm, a sense of peace, less stress, less anxiety, maybe a clear mind. Check in and see if those tools are working for you. Now we're going to activate the nervous system. And my buddy Lucas said Claire's tuning in as well. Remember, Claire, don't do this activated breath. We know that puts too much of a stress on your system. And as always, if you're out there trying any new exercise routine, including breathwork routines, make sure you get clearance from your doctor, from your physician, and you're capable of doing these things. showing up to your level, right? You don't want to push yourself too hard, and especially if there's no one there looking out for you. Also, Luca said he dressed up as Pac-Man today, and Claire's not dressed up, but thanks for dressing up, buddy, for Superhuman Sunday. All right, so let's get into this activated breath. It's known as yogic breath of fire. It is going to put a stress on our heart, on our lungs, and it's going to pump that stress hormone cortisol, but we're going to do it in a healthy way, in a healthy direction. It's important to tune into you and make sure you can avoid those signs of overreaching, dizziness, nauseousness, lightheadedness, seeing spots in the vision. All those things mean you're pushing too hard, so we're going to dial that intensity back, right? Make sure you're checking in on you. All right, pop into your neutral stance here without hands first. Before we link in martial arts, let's practice just this breath work routine. It's going to be a powerful pulse of air out of the mouth, just like that, and a passive rebound of that breath through the nose. So it's not a conscious inhale, it's just a passive bounce back of that breath through the nose. We're going to turn it into a pattern, and each breath out is 1 rep. We're going to start with 20 reps, 20 breaths of fire in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you and make sure you're doing it right. Now you will get an accelerated heart rate. You will have heavier breathing, and you will get this activated, energized feeling once you start nailing that breath work tool. And the more you practice, the more beneficial it can become, the more effective it can become. Let's jump back in. If you're doing all right and you're feeling good, let's go for another 20 breaths of fire in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you, make sure you're doing all right. Now we're going to go for 40 breaths of fire. If you're feeling good, stay in your neutral stance so far, still not linking in hands. 40 breaths of fire in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And you might feel that energy picking up. That's what's supposed to happen. Now we're going to link it in with the little quick, tight jab and cross. And all you've got to do is link the whip and the punch, right? That little whip at the end of the punch with the pulse in that breath. So each pulse in that breath is going to sync up to the whip in that punch. It's going to enhance the speed of our punches, our endurance, give us energy while we're training. So pop into your neutral stance this time, and we're going to go for 20 breath of fire punches. Remember, link the pulse in the breath with the whip of the punch. Keeping those knuckles closed, landing on target, using proper form as well. Nice and short, tossing from the shoulder, with some rotation in there, which is nice and easy, all right? And 3, 2, 1, we're going for 20. Let's do it. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you, make sure you're doing all right. And we're going for another 20 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Check in on you, make sure you're doing all right. We're going for another 20 breath of fire punches if you're doing good. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. Make sure you're doing all right, and we're going to finish strong with 40 breath of fire punches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Deep breath in the nose to the belly. Long exhale out the mouth. And now I want you to check in on you and see how you're feeling. At this moment, you should have that accelerated heart rate, that activated, energized feeling, maybe heavy breathing, maybe a little light sweat. And all of these physical symptoms, these somatic symptoms, are very similar to the ones that you would experience if you were dealing with a panic attack. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to tap into a brief meditation. And if you've got somewhere comfortable to sit, it works better if you're sitting, you're nice and comfy, and something soft. I don't have anywhere, so I'm going to just stand here. It'll work if you're standing too, but it's easier to tune into your body in the moment when you're sitting and get grounded. So we're going to return to that breath work tool, but I want you to take note of how you're feeling right now. If you nailed that breath of fire, you should have that activated, energized feeling, some energy going, heart rate accelerated, everything. And we're going to calm that all down right now with this brief meditation. So first, let's tune into the power of breath one more time. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Keeping the chest flat, long and slow exhale out the mouth. Remember, chest flat, let the belly do the breathing. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. You want that exhale to be at least twice as long as the inhale. One more time, deep breath in through the nose to the belly. And long, slow exhale out the mouth. Now we're going to start to make this more and more effective. I want you to make sure you're adding resistance in the mouth. Purse those lips and close the eyes. Visualize that breath entering the belly and then leaving the belly as you exhale, nice and slow through the mouth. So deep breath in through the nose to the belly, nice and slow. Keep the chest flat, eyes closed, visualize it. Hold on to it. And then long and slow exhale out the mouth. Pursed lips, make that exhale twice as long as the inhale. One more time, deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it for a moment. Twice as long on the exhale, long and slow. Through pursed lips. We're going to start to make this more and more effective. There's a lot of levels to these tools. The next one is going to be known as the 4-7-8 breath. So we're going to take a very slow inhale through the nose, 4 seconds, fill in that belly with air. We're going to hold on to that breath for 7 seconds, and then we're going to exhale long and slow through pursed lips for 8 seconds. Let's do it together. Deep breath. Again, you can visualize. Close the eyes. Deep breath in, 4 seconds to the belly. Hold for 7. Second exhale here. Letting that belly fall. Breathing out through pursed lips. Let's continue that pattern. 4-7-8 breath. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. 4 seconds. Expand to the belly. Holding that breath now for 7 seconds. Second exhale here. And keep that pattern going. Keep using that tool. Hold for 7. Long exhale out the mouth, 8 seconds. Now I'm going to ask you to ask yourself how you feel as you hold your breath on this next one. Take that breath in, 4 seconds to the belly, nice and slow. Hold on to it, and as you're holding for 7, ask yourself how you feel in this moment. Eight-second exhale, long and slow. You feel that heart rate slowing down. Sense of peace, that sense of calm. This is the power that we all have as human beings to give ourselves a break from stress and to tune into those tools and take that control back for our automatic nervous system. Let's continue that 4-7-8 breath, and we'll use that inquisition on the hold of how do I feel in this moment. Let's do a deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it for 7. Ask yourself, how do I feel? 8-second exhale here. Remember, visualize that breath leaving the body. Again, stick to the 4-7-8 pattern. Deep breath into the belly, keeping the chest flat the whole time. Hold that breath in the belly. Scan your body and ask yourself how you feel. mouth. Continue that pattern. And this time, I want you to tell yourself when you're holding that breath that you deserve this break, that you deserve this peace that you're giving yourself. Let's do it again. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it and affirm, I deserve this. This is my power to give myself peace. 8-second exhale here. We're going to keep going a little bit longer. 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to that breath. Hold on to your power of peace here and affirm, I deserve this. 8-second exhale, long and slow. Chest flat the whole time. Deep breath in. 4 seconds to the belly. Hold on to it. Remind yourself this is your power and you're the one who brought you here. You're the one putting in the work. I'm just sharing tools. You're the one using them. Long exhale here, 8 seconds. A few more times, 4 seconds into the belly. Hold on to it for 7. 8-second exhale, nice and slow. And that is going to bring us to the end of our Superhuman Sunday. I'd like you to check in with yourself now and see how you're feeling. See how your body's feeling. Where's your heart rate? Where's your anxiousness? Where's your mind? Where's your anxiety level? Do you have a sense of calm now? Are you at a sense of peace? This is the power you have to give yourself. And if you notice, just a few moments ago, we had an activated body, we had a high heart rate, heavy breathing, we have that activated feeling, that intense energy, and now we're able to calm it down and give ourselves control back just through a brief meditation. So if you're feeling those effects, shout out to Matt with Hats, said today was needed. Me too, man. Every day is needed for me. I mean, if there's a day I go without a challenge, like there's no challenges at all during that day, I would take that as a sign to take a day off. But so far, every day presents a challenge, and this is where we prepare to handle those challenges and to overcome them. So every day that's going to challenge me, I'm going to be prepared, I'm going to be ready to overcome them and use all those tools possible that will benefit me. I hope you guys are doing the same thing. Checking in on comments, Luca said, oh, Fortune 6, thanks for being here as well, and thank you, Caroline Martins, as well for being here. Luca said, sometimes if I run, I get an owie in my tummy if I eat food. Yeah, you shouldn't eat too close to exercise. That's a good way to avoid that. But for everybody else out there, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. And please do continue to find those tools that work for you. Mix them into a super effective routine so you can continue to fight forwards towards better mental health, because we all deserve it. And if you do it for you first, you can be there for others when they need it. You can be the example. You can be the change that you want to see in your world. And when we help others, we get to improve our environment. So we win again. It's still good for us. So please do share the tools that work for you. Keep on going. Keep moving forward with consistency. You will make progress. And that's something you can guarantee for yourself. Until next time, I'll catch you guys same exact time, same exact channel, same exact life, exact night out. Fun.